In the vast and unforgiving expanse of the wild, nature operates by its own brutal rules, where survival hinges on instinct, strength, and the will to endure. Predators roam these lands with sharp eyes and sharper claws, constantly searching for their next target. Often, they set their sights on creatures they perceive as weak or isolated. But time and time again, these hunters make a critical mistake, underestimating the true power of their prey. Among the most underestimated and yet most formidable of all is the bison. Towering and muscular, with a thick, rugged hide and eyes that burn with quiet determination, the bison is not just a survivor, it is a warrior. In a gripping and unforgettable encounter deep in the wilderness, a pack of wolves encircles a solitary bison, confident that victory is within reach. The predators move with precision, their eyes gleaming with hunger, anticipating an easy kill from their coordinated assault. From a distance, it seems like the bison has little chance, a lone giant against a pack of agile hunters. But what unfolds next is a breathtaking display of raw power and unshakable determination. With a sudden surge of fury, the bison explodes into action. Muscles rippling and hooves pounding the earth, it charges forward, meeting its attackers head-on. One bold wolf leaps in for a bite, but in a flash, the bison lowers its massive head and hooks the predator with its sharp, curved horns. In the harsh and unforgiving wilderness, a lone wolf seizes an opportunity, bringing down a vulnerable bison calf separated from the herd. The young bison struggles briefly before collapsing, and for a moment, the predator believes it has secured an easy victory. But that moment is fleeting. Out of nowhere, a thunderous sound pierces the tension, the sound of a mother's fury. Driven by a powerful mix of heartbreak and unrelenting rage, the mother bison charges onto the scene. Her eyes are locked on the wolf, her body trembling not with fear, but with the unstoppable instinct to protect and avenge. She doesn't hesitate for even a second. With explosive energy, she crashes toward the wolf, whose thundering and horns poised for impact. Separated from the safety of its herd, while attempting to cross the swift, frigid currents of the treacherous Lamar River, a tiny bison calf finds itself in a perilous situation. The riverbanks, often patrolled by opportunistic predators, offer little protection, and soon, a lurking wolf spots the isolated calf, an easy target, or so it thinks. With hunger in its eyes, the wolf closes in, ready to make a quick kill. But what unfolds next is nothing short of astonishing. Instead of collapsing under the weight of fear or exhaustion, the calf summons a surge of defiance. Despite being soaked, shivering, and barely able to hold its footing on the slippery rocks, it stands its ground. As the wolf lunges, the calf dodges and kicks with surprising precision. It bucks, spins, and even uses its small horns to fend off the attacker, refusing to give in. In a deeply poignant and emotionally charged scene, two wolves from a nearby pack cautiously approach a grieving bison, who stands motionless over the lifeless body of her newborn calf. The summer heat ripples through the air, blurring the landscape, yet the mother's sorrow is crystal clear, etched into every tense muscle and every slow, deliberate breath she takes. Despite the overwhelming weight of loss, the bison refuses to move, her massive frame looming protectively over her fallen young. The wolves, sensing an opportunity, inch closer with predatory intent, hoping to scavenge what they believe is already theirs. But they underestimate the mother's unwavering resolve. With a sudden bellow of anguish turned anger, the bison charges, kicking up clouds of dust and forcing the wolves to retreat. Not all threats to the bison come from the wilds of Yellowstone or the open plains. Sometimes, the danger arrives from far more unexpected and domestic sources. In one startling encounter, a muscular Pitbull, a breed often associated with boldness and aggression, spots a massive bison and decides to assert dominance. Barking ferociously and lunging forward without hesitation, the dog challenges the towering herbivore, unaware of the raw power it's provoking. Within seconds, the bison lowers its head, digs in its hooves, and launches forward with terrifying speed. In a single, thunderous motion, the bison sends the pitbull flying through the air like a ragdoll. The dog crashes to the ground, stunned, its bravado instantly extinguished. One can only imagine it won't be seeking a rematch anytime soon. Even apex predators like bears, creatures known for their immense strength and fearlessness, can find themselves humbled in the face of a bison's unrelenting fury. In one dramatic encounter deep in the wilderness, a powerful bear, confident and calculating, sets its sights on a scattered group of grazing bison. Believing it can isolate and overwhelm a vulnerable member of the herd, the bear creeps closer, ready to strike. But what it doesn't anticipate is the unity and sheer force of the bison. As the predator makes its move, the entire herd responds as one, stomping, snorting, and then charging with thunderous intensity. The bear, startled by this sudden surge of defiance, realizes too late the grave error it has made. With no time to strategize, it turns tail and flees in a panic, sprinting across the open plain, its pride wounded more than its body. The sight of a mighty predator being driven off by its intended prey is nothing short of astonishing. Sometimes, the fiercest and most awe-inspiring battles in the wild don't come from predators attacking prey, but from within the species itself. Bison, those massive icons of the plains, are not only defenders of their own against outside threats, but also powerful rivals when it comes to asserting dominance. When two male bison clash, it's nothing short of a thunderous spectacle. These titans lower their colossal heads and charge, slamming into each other with the force of wrecking balls. The sound of horns colliding echoes across the landscape like a crack of thunder, each impact a testament to their brute strength and unyielding will. These brutal confrontations are not displays of mindless aggression. They are battles for territory, mating rights, and respect. With muscles rippling and hooves tearing up the earth, they push and shove, twist and lock horns in a relentless contest of power. In a world where survival hinges on both raw strength and unwavering heart, the bison remains a towering symbol of resilience, unshaken and unyielding. Across the harsh plains and unpredictable wilds, predators and would-be challengers test their luck time and time again, misjudging the quiet power that simmers beneath the bison's steady gaze. But when the moment comes and the threat becomes real, this majestic beast unleashes a ferocity that is both